That's sad.
Yeah, she never really...
She never turned around.
No, she never really learned anything from getting her ass beaten in repeatedly. Face. Whatever.
You returned to the wagon after having prevailed against the essence in the liberation rite.
Excellently done, Nightwings.
Do you think Pamela is already home? You succeeded in liberating Pamela, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory.
The last light of the stars still shines for us above. At this point, what is to become of our plan needn't be the subject of our speculation. I trust that we'll learn the outcome soon enough. 87% now.
Oh.
Our actions to this point shall pave the way, perhaps our faith as well. So, let's now focus on this. We stand upon the brink of the last turn of the cycle of the rites. Soon we shall have a final chance to get one of you home. Now, reader, offer a little stargazing. Let's see where in the downside we shall be returning to for these final rites.
You turn your back toward the darkness and look up at the last few stars, too stubborn to relinquish their light. The scribe's stars yet burn for you atop the sacred mountain.
Determine where they lead.
Haub, the midnight star, Gol, the south star, and Jomer, the dusk star.
Well, let's take a look at the planner. Who are we up against? Well, I guess I should actually see who we're up against, then we'll see who... Okay, so screw them, screw them, screw them. Well, no matter what, we're up against the Fate.
So I suppose, do you want to take out the Withdrawn?
These?
Yeah.
I mean, anyone. I still find it amusing that if we had left, Jadariel,
she would have liked this guy?
they would have started dating, yeah. I kind of want to go after the accusers, just to see if they say anything.
Their story? Yeah, I suppose the snake people are just Yishla.
Yeah, they worship a...
one of the evil titans.
Yeah, because, like, the Ignarius... I kind of understand Ignarius.
You want to know what beef he has with the Nightwings.
Like, why do these guys hate everyone so much? I don't know if we ever learned that one fully. Once more, you are to face the accusers, then. Although I wonder... He hesitates before saying anything further. You cannot sense his thoughts. I apologize. I was lost in thought there. For a moment. Let us make way for the spring of Jomer, when everyone is feeling more refreshed, as much as possible. Okay, so first and foremost, down berries, mushrooms, and book.
Okay, on Legacy. In the words of Transistor, the Blessed Born. Reader, though you shall always bear a burden, it is much lighter than the burden of a lonesome exile. Go forth and become free, then join with others such as you and lead with mercy, continuing to demonstrate your worth, and knowing that the Empire's fall formed the foundation of our Commonwealth. You shall cease to be a reader and become a voice both to be free, both to the three, and to successors here, who shall take up this book when you no longer need it. The cycle of the rites shall see to it that you, and others like you, shall be liberated ere the coming of another age. May the stars shine ever brightly on us all. So readers become voices? Following Pamela's liberation, the lone minstrel has returned to the wagon and stands as though nothing has happened here last night. Oh, this night. He tilts his head a bit as you approach.
Once more, the Nightwings have prevailed in a liberation rite under your mindfulness, reader. A commendable achievement. Surely Pamela shall live out her days in gratitude to you and your companions. Perhaps she may now seek Ruki there, in your Commonwealth. I should think Ruki would like to witness what took place this night. I trust that together they shall make a formidable difference to the plan which all of you endeavor to achieve. Now, for the time, Celeste and I are to return to our respective stations. We all await the next turn of the cycle of the rites. May you prevail once more when we next traverse Scribes Gate. Until then, reader, Rest well under the stars.
He nods and leaves you to recover after a long night.
Off we go.
It is daybreak. You are to set forth now for the spring of Jomer, for what appears to be the final time. Thereafter, you shall return here for one last exile's final chance at liberty.
I wonder if we're actually going to be up against...
Orlek?
We can't be. We're probably up against Orlek. I can't imagine that we're... Because if we lose one more person, how do we go up against Orlek?
We can't.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to go up against the...
Anyone new.
The spring of Jomer has always flown forth from the crushed carapace of Biolanthius, the legend of whose demise is a rather sordid tale. Perhaps you've already read it in the book. The Hive Titan, vanquished by the scribe Jomer Manymane. From its remains flows a rejuvenating spring, which gladdens up that valley's desolation, the Book of Rites. Not all believe the book exists, of course. Nor the greater titans, nor the rites. I've encountered exiles believing that this titan perished quite by accident, rather than by a cunning trap laid for it by Jomer Manymane. They took the titan for a common beast.
I mean, it looks like an asteroid hit it.
Yeah. Perhaps the stars shine down upon out-of-the-way locales such as this one to ensure that they alone shall witness the proceedings.
It really,
Okay.
It just does look like a big rock fell on its head. Crushed it.
So I can pursue the vocations, max somebody else out, or do something with Faye.
Do you want to talk with Faye more, or...?
Yeah, let's talk with Faye, especially because we're not going to get a whole lot of chances to hang out with her leading up to this. Locate the missing drive amps. Hello.
Interesting. Your intentions to explore the rocky pathways of Fall Flat were dashed when, on your arrival, several of the wagon's strong-willed drive imps escaped. Fortunately, their disposition towards mischief proves predictable enough, and soon all of the imps are once again accounted for. However, Faye also has a nasty bite to show for it. Why did they bite me? I didn't bite them. Maybe next time I should? You dress the minor wound, which ought to heal soon, but the incident took much more of your remaining time this day and left both you and Faye awaiting its merciful conclusion. Faye lost 2 quickness. That's terrible.
We might get extra dialogue, though.
Faye seems to be speaking to herself again. She's unaware of your presence, or shows no sign of it at least. Mercy. Freedom. They are intertwined. Mercy shall engender union among all of our different kind. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. She's reciting passages from the Book of Rites, though to your knowledge she cannot read. Freedom to the worthy. The downside cannot let us all go free, thus, freedom to the worthy. Is that not so, or, oh, Saint Triesta? I was saying not so because it looks like it should have been not so. Is that not the conclusion which you formed with your 7 most trusted friends? She pauses for a while, as though listening, and nods her head from time to time. Yes, I see. I see. I see. Well, I'm ever grateful to you, Saint Triesta, for your guidance and your presence. And I wish all of your friends safe passage there among the stars. It must be so very beautiful out there. With your wings, you can fly freely, can't you, Saint? You can visit me at any time. Come and go as you please, from the stars. All the way here? You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. I know. And yet, sometimes, I wish I was like you, or like Miss Pamela. But I know I'm the way I am because I'm meant to be this way. And I know that you are always watching. So, thank you, Saint Triesta Tithys. Thank you. And your friends. She wanders out the afternoon, leaving you to consider her words. In the Commonwealth, her unwavering faith in the 8 scribes would have been seen as a delusion. Such prayer or communion was forbidden. The scribes are mythical figures, but even they worshiped the stars, and it was the stars that lighted the way for the founders of the Commonwealth. Or, so its leaders taught.
Well,
is she actually hearing them?
They kind of imply that she could hear them, but she could also be crazy pants.
Mm-hmm.
Spring of Jomer. Well. Yeah, we'll probably beat this tonight.
No more dialogue?
Guys, can't help but wondering what happened to that number with the wings. You know the one. I guess she was kind of pretty. Maybe. I suppose. She's still around by any chance? Because, well, anyways.
He didn't have a chance with her.
Pile of stardust.
A pile of stardust?
Yarp. Well. I'm just gonna start selling junk. Yeah, I could get this, and I'd say I can max this out, but I'm not actually sure if it was as good as I thought it was going to be. Oh well.
Well, what do you even have equipped on your characters now?
Speed, presence, and I don't remember the last one. Oh, and strike through. Strikes through objects and stuff.
Okay.
It's worth it.
Are they all maxed?
Yeah, they're all maxed.
Okay.
So I really don't have anything to purchase. So we'll just go with whatever.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Commence the rite.
After making all the necessary preparations amid the rocky pathways of the Spring of Jomer, you and your companions await the commencement of the rites. It is quieter, even than usual, at the onset of such events. The lone minstrel appears, bearing some sort of news.
I have checked, and it appears as though the accusers have not yet arrived, reader sir. There is no sign of Lendl or anyone. Their sigil is not set either.
If what he says is true, and your adversaries are not present, then you presume the rite cannot commence. However, the stars themselves soon indicate you are mistaken.
But is it the accusers?
They've hopped in on one before, Orlek and his crew.
Yeah, but it was just a regular...
Reader, the Commonwealth, your home. Today it is aflame. Much like a stack of books. Aflame because of you. Because of your outlandish plan. Not that you care. Not that you shall live to see this place again. Your attempts at revolution shan't succeed. Though by all means, keep trying. As for myself, I shall enjoy presiding over these remaining rites.
The rite is set to commence, but your adversaries, they have failed to show.
No, we shall take this for an act of acceptance rather than cowardice. 'Twould seem the rites have nothing left to offer them.
Indeed, as the rites are drawing to a close, some of the triumvirats who you have met, perhaps they're beginning to decide the stars aren't worth heeding any longer.
Lendl, you wonder whether he would give up on the rites like that. He's never seen the type. For all his bluster and anger, he seemed single-minded about prevailing, about besting the Nightwings at any cost.
In any case, we have begun the ceremony here, and so, I ask that we end it.
Who shall it be this time?
Well, you can only choose those three.
Faye,
Shiru-sama?
Bolfred, Bertrude. It is done.
We take no pleasure snuffing out a flame disowned.
No, even your adversaries have abandoned you. And it is done.
What?
The Nightwings prevail by default. Not that their adversaries even care.
That was weird.
That was weird.
By the scribes. Is this truly what they wanted?
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Well,
Until the next rite, if there even is to be another one.
That's a letdown.
kind of. I think Orlek beat them up or did whatever.
No one speaks further of the accusers back at the Black Wagon. Everyone is instead preoccupied with the rites that is to come. Thus does the final chance at liberty present itself at last. Then...
The stars always shine with truth. The ending of the cycle of rites is now upon us.
He looks over to you.
Please look forth, reader sir, and see this for yourself. You may well surmise where we are going next.
The others turn to you as well. You turn toward the wagon's door. You know what you shall see out there. Now, however, the time has come to face it. The dim and fading light of the final star still pierces through the darkness, demanding your attention, guiding you toward the end point of your path. You see plain the golden star of Solium.
Look upon it for the last. Well, off we go.
Yep. You are summoned to the fall of Solium for your 7th and final liberation rite. Thus shall the cycle of the rites be ended for an age. You sense that, if the rites ever shall commence again, it shall not be during your lifetime or that of any of your companions, even the longest-lived ones. The stars reveal to you one more thing. The adversary whom you shall face will be Orlek. Already he has crossed the Scribes Gate and awaits your arrival. If the 8 scribes created the Nightwings in their own likeness, perhaps it is only fitting that the Nightwings should, in the end, be forced to face themselves.
It is a shame that we should be forced. We should have to confront Orlek in the end. Our goals should never have been at cross purposes. I am surprised that this is what the scribes desire. For now, it may be best that you recover until dawn. Regain your strength as best you can for the coming trial. Rest well, reader.
The group disperses as exhaustion sets in. At dawn, you fly to Mount Allodial to make a final effort to achieve your plan and get somebody home. But who? What was the tab?
90%. The Spring of Jomer. In the words of Luce Glorium 100 Minds, the scholar. I ofttimes think the carapace of the Hive Titan Bylanthius shall be an everlasting blemish on an almost splendid bit of... almost splendid bit of land, but Jomer in his brashness felled the monster with a certain flair. Then the moon shone through the ridges of the massive carapace and shined upon the pooling ichor, turning it into the freshest nectar ever to be tasted. The spring shall flow eternally, and those who walk within it shall experience the resplendent glory of the land. The stars began to fall there in the spring with regularity, and we now know how soon again that they shall do so, and we wish for you to see it yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Ask what's on her mind? No, I can't.
You can't click on it. It's not in
I
red.
can't at all. So she really did shut us out.
Foolish reader, your so-called friends, you are accomplice to their hateful plot. They are exploiting you. you shall never have your freedom.
By dawn, you are already up and about. After a troubled slumber, the Black Wagon is prepared for its final voyage to the fall of Solium. No one speaks. Yeah, the major question is, whose hope are you going to dash in this event by anointing them and then intentionally losing to Orlek?
Sandalwood.
You think you would
It's
appoint
only
him?
fitting.
Yeah.
As you lift into the skies, the lone minstrel raises his voice, cutting through the somber mood. Reader, a certain old ballad comes to mind just now. I think it may befit the circumstance. Perhaps it may help pass the time along our flight. Would you mind it very much if I were to play the song for the Nightwings? By all means.
You urge the lone minstrel to play his ballad so that all among you might hear it. He begins without another word.
When the stars align, the rites shall come to bear. Illuminate the signs, the exiles shall be there. All are not the same, but three shall be as one. Freedom in flame, the end has just begun. Strength may break our own, but twisted make upgrade. Together on their own, the journey shall be made. The journey shall be made.
Oh,
Huh. That's not the
main
full
theme?
song. That was the trailer, the teaser.
yeah.
They played that at like conventions and stuff. But I bought the soundtrack. Oh, it won't let me go fast here.
It's probably so that you would hear the whole song.
Yeah, it was
as
timed.
You...
I didn't want to cut the thing off, so I was like, all right, we'll just go there. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, if any of you guys like the music in this game, buy the soundtrack. It's $10, and you get the main version
Extended,
plus
yeah.
the acoustic versions, which is real nice. They more or less just sent out a notification one day being like, by the way, here's 2 more soundtracks, all for you. It's like, yes. I really liked this game. It was fun. I'm sorry
So
it
pretty,
took us.
too.
Yeah, I'm sorry it took us so long to get here. You really need to play Banner Saga at some point, either for yourself or on your channel, because very similar visually, very similar
choices,
decisions, so on and so forth. Though less branching and more just a couple here and there. I don't know if Faye still has the minus. Well, let's get Faye her bonus,
Okay.
because she's gonna need it the most.
You touch down amid the fading glory of Mount Allodial to make the pilgrimage to the summit for the one last time. There, one last liberation rite shall soon commence. There, one last exile shall regain his or her freedom. All others shall remain to carry out their sentences here in the downside for the remainder of their lives. And in the Commonwealth, the plan of which you are a part of shall either come to fruition or shall be suppressed. Seek the Cursed Scribe's favor. After having landed, you join Faye for an expedition to the monument of Jomer Manymane for what is likely to be the final time. Glory to the 8 scribes, for you have chosen me to witness to the ending of the cycle of the rites. We have followed on your path, and in your path, and now we have arrived upon the site at which the cycle first began. Always have we done our utmost to honor you, and honor the traditions you described within the sacred book, which one day I should like to read myself. Whatever shall transpire in the coming nights, It is your will, and I shall accept it, even as I strive with all my heart for all my friends. Soon she is finished. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Jomer Manymane has shown you favor. At dawn, you shall begin your last ascent. For now, your vocations may occupy what little time you have to spare. She gained +2 presents.
Okay, I want to take a look. So we can max out one person. So she can get... When grasping the orb, she jumps and sprints without using stamina. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Or... Nope. Well, easy decision.
Well, boost Faye.
Okay, vocations. The 3 characters we have not seen since, like, hours ago.
Mm-hmm. Me? Oh, of course. Please tell me something I don't know, for there is lots of it. You and Faye go over her understanding of her aura and its connection to her presence, both physical and spiritual. The discussion proves informative.
An exile's wrongdoings manifesting the rites as an aura. Contact with an opposing exile's aura banishes the trespasser for the time.
Wait, it's all their guilt?
I guess so.
But then doesn't that mean gaining more presence? I don't know. Blessed are the scribes, whose eternal wisdom shines upon us through the stars and illuminates the path to our salvation. Wait, what did I just say? Why, that was strange. But I feel so invigorated now?
Okay, so...
You're going to be doing the orb thing, right?
Yeah. Jumps and power jumps. Yeah, I want to do this one. Because that means she's more or less uncatchable.
My aura. I just think that maybe it reflects how the scribes see me. Ah! Scribes Gate. I also want to see the culmination of Tariq's and Celeste's story too.
Oh yeah.
A messenger imp somehow tracks you down in the solemn beauty of Mount Allodial and delivers to you recent news and rumors from the other side. Specifically, the imp shares details regarding Pamela and what became of her since she was liberated at the fall of Solium. She found herself back in the homeland of her enemies, where, despite her connection to the Highwing remnants, her past transgressions were forgiven. In fact, she was asked to join the military council, given her unique background, yet she refused to cooperate and instead demanded to be reunited with her sister, Tamitha. But when they threatened her with resentencing to exile and insisted that she take the opportunity, Tamitha said at last that she would think it over and return with a decision soon. Next she was seen, however, was among Volfred's sons and daughters of the Revolution, where it is said that she attached her loyalty, at least for the time. You thank the imp for bringing you this news, which soon gets your companions talking.
I hold to hope that both the Tethan sisters one day shall soon join together.
The Thane sisters.
Thane. What did I say?
Tethan.
Oh, sorry. Thane sisters shall one day soon join together as part of our good cause. The two of them can help us lead us towards a brighter future.
Clan Thane.
Okay. Clan Thane, a feared clan of the Highwing remnants, Pamela and Tamitha are surviving members.
We suspect the ancient enmity between the winged and the flightless shall not be soon resolved, if ever at all. I wonder where her sister is right now. I'm sure she cares for Pamela. I'm sure of it. In spite of some mixed feelings, the news of Pamela's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with resolve. Your companions gain +1 hope. Wish Pamela luck. You stand before the Scribes Gate with your companions. The gate guardian is there, as ever, but you sense something different in her. The exiles of the Nightwings. We shall not meet again after the coming rite. Tariq and I. It shall be time we take our rest, I think.
Salutiam, Ceres.
Greetings, Celeste. I would tell you that the Nightwings are prepared, though this time I'm uncertain anyone among us feels thus.
We have a duty to uphold, Tariq.
And then what, Celeste?
And then nothing. Not for the rites, or us. Not till the dawn of a new age. Now, Nightwings, step forward. Please state your names, and what it is that you seek whilst crossing Scribes Gate. One by one, your fellow exiles approach her, now with sureness in their step.
If I may, my name is Volfred Sandalwood. I long as yet to see an age where freedom is one's birthright, and no longer are good people such as these forced to contend for it.
Oh, my name is Faye, and I'm here because the scribes, this is the path that they have shown me, and all of us. I like it when they call to me. We are called Big Burtrude. We seek to fulfill the plan of Sandalwood, for we are fond of him and his beliefs. And then to go about our business. Finally, you step forth once more, you, a crippled scholar who vowed to help his friends be free again, and who managed to come this far with this group. The gate guardian observes you for a moment, then motions past the archway toward the summit. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Except for you, Tariq. You stay right here.
I thought you said...
The rites are not ended, Tariq. He looks to her, and then over to the rest of you.
Pardon me, everyone. I shall be there when the stars align.
The gate guardian and the lone minstrel remain together as the rest of you depart. You've gained the summit of Mount Allodial for the 7th time, the final time in which any of you shall have a chance to leave the downside.
Oh,
Beyond
the Beyond
Crystal
Crystal
seeks
seeks
you.
us, finally.
Hey, guys. I guess you probably heard the big news, huh? Yeah, I'm going out of business here, I guess. It just hasn't been the same, you know? With all the stars fading out and stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to say you guys are great. I sure am gonna miss having you guys as customers and all that. But I got some good news too. All my stuff's on sale now, and I'll throw in a little extra there, just for you, okay? So, enjoy, and maybe I'll be seeing you guys around, okay?
Henceforth, all Falcon Ron's goods are 5% off.
Great. Okay, so he has an extra amount of Stardust, which is just an instant max level to any one thing.
Interesting.
Alright, well, I have money. 1, 2, 3. I do not have enough money for that.
Well, you can only put 1 serum on 1 character.
Oh,
right?
shush. We don't know what I can do, but this is the end of the game, so who cares whether or not this works out the right way. There we go. I think that's enough.
Tell all your friends about us, cause, well, I already told mine.
So we have 2 new book passages. Indigenous Imps, in the words of Jomer Manymane, the Alpha Chief. Special mention must be given to the downside's most prolific native creature, which we call the Imp. With all respects to our comrade Haub, the Imp himself. Possessing of extraordinary intellect, most imps are driven by the simplest impulses: to eat, to drink, to procreate, and to move. Or to move and to survive. These creatures, then, are symbols of this place. They are more resilient than they seem. Though wild by their nature, they, like all of us, can learn. Haub insists that imps are willing to be put to work. Like other aspects of the downside, they wish more than to exist, but to exist with purpose. And downside talismans, in the words of Jomer Manymane, the Alpha Chief. Survival is often conflated with the physical. When we think of survival, we assume the need to sustain our bodies and improve our bodies. The strong survive. But, and take it from an Alpha Chief, there are different kinds of strength. The spirit is what drives us. By comparison, the body's impulses are weak. Here in the downside, faith is found in limited supply. Trinkets and mere baubles that would barely fetch a price in our homeland here are talismans. Seek talismans that mean something to you. Hold on to one that you hold dear. It shall reward you with reminders of your faith, your power, your potential.
So that's how it gives the little bonuses.